From the middle of 42nd, I'm blessing another banger by Psychotic. I'm on and I'm wrecking the Punisher beast. This is capital punishment, runners be speaking. Been Punisher, cast and make examples out you rappers. Bronx bomber from the city where the greats are from. Chris Rivers, OP Mala Reigns is from. Cuban Link, Busy Being and Remy Martin. Man, that verse on any up is smoking. I'll forever love my city. Bright lights and big dreams. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills on the rails. Take it back to 93 and Staten Island for that L. Hip-hop, rap caused the panic. Salute to Queensbridge, the home of Illmatic. And the infamous, can't forget son, Derek Jeter showed that number 2 was number 1. Like when Angie Mall went to power. Flex beefing with Hov, I'm feeling sour. It's still New York City, no effing cowards. Brooklyn, where the people yelling yawa. Fabulous Joel Ortiz, man, them boys are ether. Rest in peace, the birthplace of Aaliyah. High haters, even at the haters loving me, no BK. The birthplace of David Blaine, yo. Papoose drops charades. Meanwhile, the second Sunday in June is the PR parade. Floating through the city, all the people getting lit. Can't forget about Harlem, shout outs to the dips. Children of the corn showed unity. Now we bumping that diplomatic immunity. Greatness is earned and never borrowed. You sucker MCs won't last in the Apollo. Heavy, Planet Rock, Africa, Bambaataa, Zulu Nation, and Rock Steady. Hardcore, jumping on city trains, graffitied up, B Street. No need to fight, bring out the cardboards. Break dancing, I break them, they ain't advancing. I'm crazy laced with the prancing. HHPOV.
HHPOV.
Yeah. I hope I'm on.
You just was. I don't know.
You got the headphones. You can't hear me?
No. Maybe you. Oh, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Now you can hear me? Okay. What's up?
I'm not getting anything from you.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you talk?
All right.
Now?
Mic check.
Yeah, everybody mic check. Your mic is good? All right.
Mic check, 1 2.
I hear his mic.
I hear your mic now.
You hear me?
You good.
Okay. It's because it gotta light up and let me know when it's on and off, so I'll be good. We good though. What's up? Thursday 6 to 8, Heroes Headquarters, HHPOV, Hip Hop Point of View, in the building, Bravo Captain.
What's up? It's your girl Tay.
Yes, and we got our first guest in the building live, early,
on time.
Didn't even have my coffee yet.
I know.
What's
Of course,
up?
man. It's the only way to be.
Early.
What's up? All right, let the people know your name and where you from. State your biz.
My name is Michael Isaiah. I'm from South Jamaica, Queens.
Yes, Queens in the building.
And I'm a fashion photographer.
All right.
And this is my first official interview.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, we broke them in.
Yeah,
We set ourselves up for some royalties. That's what's up.
definitely. I appreciate you.
Congratulations. How long you been doing the photography?
Off and on for about maybe probably like 12 years now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you was doing it before it even became a
Before it
fad.
became
Before it became
everybody's
a fad, a
photographer.
trend.
Yeah, before it became like the new rapper.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, actually, well, I'll let you.
Before the phones started making everybody, giving people talent.
Yeah, way before I actually bought my
Way
first.
before iPhone photographers.
Yeah, way before. I actually bought my first digital SLR in about 06.
Oh, wow.
But I had film cameras before then.
Okay.
So-
Did you all go to school or you self-taught?
A little bit of both. I took like a photography class in high school, and then later on, when I decided I wanted to pursue it seriously, I paid and took classes at this school, Photo Manhattan.
Okay.
And I just took some classes on how to work like the camera, the basics, and then just took it from there, and it just went on Wikipedia. This is YouTube actually just came out, so it wasn't really So that means it was just a lot of Google and Wikipedia.
YouTube feels like it's been out for 40 years.
Yeah,
It's just because of how they
I'm
just
like,
how they
wow.
just
And then I
smashed
think
the
about it,
industry.
and I'm like, it wasn't even out when I was.
No,
in school.
I remember its inception. I remember, and back then it was like the Wild Wild West. Any and everything was on it.
Yeah,
It was like uncut. So
I like that, man. Congratulations for you being self-made. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Self-made, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that
That's
it's
what about.
important to, like you said, you went to school, got some classes. Do you think that is necessary, I guess, in the photography world to take official classes?
Thank you, Tay, for stealing the question straight out my head. I wanted to ask that.
That's how we
on
on the same wave. We on the same wave. Being brother.
Thank you for that one.
I got you.
I don't think it's necessarily necessary, but it does help. Because there's a lot of great photographers who just learned just on their own.
Yeah.
But I felt just for me, I like to learn like the technical aspects of things, and they had a free introductory class.
Yeah.
So and it was just to work the basics of your camera, because you'd be surprised how many people who are doing this who don't even know how to use the basics of their camera.
Thank you.
They're just shooting in like auto mode.
Yeah, you just see them and you be like, you could kind of tell who's like who
Who
people
knows?
who's trying to do it and people who know how to do it.
Yeah,
You
like
could kind of tell.
and with today, there's just so much resources out there. I feel like there shouldn't be any technically bad photographers. I mean, maybe you're not artistically
Yeah.
artistically good, but as far as the technical, there's so much
Everybody
info.
should be on point.
You should at least know how to take a basic technical picture, but you'd be surprised how many people don't with all of that info.
Well, that's a good thing that you said technical. Can we define what that means? Because I've seen some pictures and they post on Instagram, and I'm like, well, did they not see that this is a good quality picture? And maybe to them that's not technical.
Well, I call it like, the bad technical pictures. I have like a nickname. I call them like Cartoon Network pictures, where they're like over airbrushed and
Okay.
there's like no pigmentation in the skin.
Okay.
Everything is just it looks like a cartoon. It's just real fluffy and it's overly airbrushed, and everything looks too smooth.
Yeah.
Like they put like 20 filters on it. I would say technical pictures, like technically good pictures. I would say if you just look at any basic magazine, just anything like any of the rap magazines we looked at, just those are like good, just basic technical pictures.
You could tell
where it's clear, it's clean.
Yeah.
You can see like if you look at like some of your favorite artists' pictures, like when they do like profile pictures, like usually for guys, for example, I'll use a lot of male artist pictures where you see like the scars and stuff in their skin, and you see all of their flaws.
Keep that in.
Yeah,
it's natural.
It's natural.
Yeah, because you don't want to take too much away from the person. You want to see like perfect, like Mary J. Blige. She shoots with one of my favorite, two of my favorite photographers, Marcus Klinko and Adrani, and she tells them to keep. She
That
has
scar?
a scar.
Yeah, that scar,
Yeah,
yeah.
she tells it to keep. She tells them to keep it in. So
she's always been that was kind of her trademark. Like she didn't want to hide that early. I remember that when she had like an interview early when she was starting out with Diddy, she was like she wanted to show the scar. And everything.
yeah, because you want to, it's a fine line between what to take out and what to leave in, because you want to still have the person look natural and look realistic.
Exactly.
Part
I
of
think what it
off.
is too is a lot
Sorry,
of
that's
people
me.
don't want to accept the real. Like everybody wants to be already successful. Everybody wants to be perfect. Like there's no flaws.
It's a good point.
And me, I've always been the one that I love like the raw. I guess just coming up early in hip hop and in the Bronx, you're so used to just the natural element and environment of everything. Like that's the most beautiful thing, is when you see it like in its true form. You know what I'm saying? Because I like girls like. I don't like girls with too much makeup.
Okay,
I don't like girls with too much makeup. Like that is a turn off. It is such a turn off.
In their pictures or
just in pictures and everything, because I mean I understand women, they want to be pretty, so I understand the makeup. I understand it, like it's a different look than a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? But they kind of overdo it.
Yeah, see, it depends on it depends on what type of pictures you're taking. It depends on like the genre of the photo, because certain pictures require certain things. So like, if you're doing like
a gothic,
well, if you're doing
or dramatic, I guess.
Yeah, like if you're doing like, say like if you're doing like a beauty ad, say if somebody like hires me to do like a CoverGirl ad or something like that, they're gonna want you to look flawless. But if you're doing just like a portrait or something, for just a feature.
Portraits, I be seeing like the CoverGirl ad. I'm like, it's a portrait.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's a real fine line. I always say good makeup artists can make or break the picture, because I always say me, like, no matter how many people, like, if they give me props on my photography, I always say I'm only as good as my team and what I put in front of the camera. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if my team is bad, if I have like a bad makeup artist, a bad hairstylist, I can only do so much. I can only edit so much. I can only fix so much. So the better the makeup artist, the less I have to do.
Easier your job,
and the more natural she'll look.
Okay.
And the easier it is for me, to like them.
Yeah.
So it all depends. So like when you see like your favorite pictures is usually everybody's like A1. Everybody's at the top of their field. So, and these cameras, are so high def now, because you have to think like a lot of these ads on a lot of these major editorials that you see, majority of the times they don't tell you, the cameras that they're using are like $30,000, upwards to $100,000. Yeah. Like for perfect example, like rest in peace. Like I'll use like the Nipsey Hussle editorial that they did with Lauren London. Like he shot it in his neighborhood, but you see how beautiful they made it look. But they don't know how much work goes into
making it look.
Yeah, they don't know that how many people was probably on set. Yeah. With all types of reflectors and the cameras and all types of just to get
that
it
wasn't
to look
a natural iPhone.
No,
iPhone,
not at all. But if you want certain qualities of art, it takes certain things. You can't. If you want it to look, you'd be surprised how much work it takes just for a picture to look natural. Yeah. So when you see, like when we was talking about like earlier, like as far as the over edits, that's actually overcompensation from not having or not knowing how to light or not having people who know what they're doing. Yeah. The best pictures are the ones that look like they actually haven't been edited too much.
Of course. Yeah. So of course.
Yeah. See, I like talking to people like you, because you help me to see it different. You know what I'm saying? Then I start to understand a little bit more, like how you was just breaking it down. Yeah. Now I'm understanding a little bit more now. So when I see the pictures, I'll have a little bit more respect for the picture now than just, okay, that's dope. Now I can really read into it, like, okay, yeah, I'm understanding that. Okay, this took some time, and it's good information. And a lot of times, like because of the lack of information we have, we don't respect it. So if we don't respect the craft, we can't help the craft get any better. Yeah.
Well, that's why I asked also about the class, because then we get into different, like we had before, occupations where you feel like what qualifies somebody who is a photographer now?
Yeah.
I have taken 0 classes. I'm self-taught. You know, I went to YouTube University, which is fine.
It's
But
all good.
It's all
Yeah.
good, but then it's like, would a real photographer who's gone to school, has done the film, has done all of this, traveled, would they feel a type of way, or would you feel a type of way for somebody who only has, you know, hiring me, but I'm on my iPhone thing? You know, you would probably be like, okay, let me see their work, but would there be something inside like, you don't, bitch, you don't got
Now,
no- you don't got no
but
shit.
see,
No,
a thing about that, like what you're saying. I just sorry about that.
No, go ahead. Photographer.
When
go
you're
ahead.
talking, never that. I never take no type of.
Go ahead, Bravo.
I never say I'm anything, man. I just try to do things. I ain't no professional. But what's good about it too is like, now if you're a iPhone photographer and you take the time out to really study every aspect of the iPhone and learn everything that it can do, and then become the best at doing it with the iPhone, I respect that now, because you're taking time out to learn your tool.
What I've learned is I don't sleep on any form of equipment.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they film movies.
Yeah.
With iPhones.
Now.
So I don't. To me, like, I don't really sleep on anybody, and I can't. Like, I used to be like, oh, that's not art. That's they use
it's
this.
cheating. It's
but
like kind of cheating. Yeah.
now I'm at a point at the end of the day. However you get there, you get there. I can't really hate or knock anybody's hustle.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they may have a story too. You don't know what they went through to get to where they're at.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know, get it how you live. However, if you're using your phone, or if you're using a $30,000 camera, like I said, or if you're just using, you know, just a camera that you found in your basement or something like that, wherever you can, as long as you can get the pictures to a certain level of quality where people appreciate, that's all that matters. And to go to your point as far as like what qualifies with art, it's a kind of catch-22 with that, because it's art, because as we know, we're all artists in our own form. Art is so tricky and subjective. Like, I always use correlations with like music, for example. Like, what differentiates, you know, somebody, you know, an artist that you admire, a master of their craft, as opposed to somebody who just says, yo, I'm just doing this for money. Or I don't really care about the art or the craft. Yo, I'm just trying to get paid. I don't care who has to help me write whatever or get whatever. I don't care who did what, as long as the song comes out hot. And to the casual fan, they in the club, they don't really care about what the person or how many producers or writers is on the song. Is it hot? Is it, as opposed to an artist who's lyrically sound, who, you know, who has all of the metaphors and similes, and, you know, because I have a little history in it, because, you know, my mom, she was a rapper and my father used to DJ. That's how they met.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, you know, my mom's, you know, she could talk about hip hop to death. So
hip hop 101. She got that hip hop knowledge 101.
You should have brought her.
Well, you know, I'll next time. So, but she, you know, I use a lot of that as far as what I do, because, you know, with school, I feel like, you know, it's kind of like different strokes for different folks, because I feel like, you know, I'm a type of person where it's like kind of like I kind of want to understand the science of it too, because I don't want to just wing it for so, you know, because you can only
you can only wing it but so long,
because you can get, but don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people who are making it, who are getting money winging it, but I don't want to ever be in a situation where I'm around, say if I make it to a certain level and I'm around people who know their craft, and they're talking, you know, oh, the aperture and this and that, and I'm like, can't even jump in the conversation. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And now, you know, I'm looked at, and then plus, like with this, photography is all math. If you look at the camera, everything is numbers, everything is math. Like, it's literally just math.
I see. I'll be looking at it, like,
like,
man, this is crazy.
When they say aperture, f-stop, shutter speed, all of that's math. You can literally control, if you understand the camera, you can literally control, for the most part, the outcome of your picture. Like, outdoors is different because weather scenarios, you know, but for the most part, like if you're in a studio, you can literally set up a shot at your house or and then literally replicate it to wherever you're at. And that's what photographers do. When you see these big time shoots in all of these magazines, like I'll use like, say like ESPN, when they do these, when they shoot these athletes, a lot of the times a photographer, they'll have the whole setup and they'll measure out, just like you know, when they're doing a film, when they do blocking,
Yeah.
and you know they're measuring the distance from the camera to the actor and the lighting. It's the same thing with photography. It's just a still shot. So all you're doing is measuring. You're basically doing the same thing. You're blocking. You're making sure, you know, when same thing when you see on shoots, they have the mark
Yeah.
where the model is. The same thing. You're measuring. You're writing all of that down. You're taking test shots. Okay, this looks good. Okay, I have my camera set here. Boom, boom. The ISO was this. The shutter speed was this. Oh, all right. The light was here. All right, I had the light here. All right, I had this on the light. And you're basically, and what I do is for every shoot, like, because a lot of times, and then, you know, a lot of times when you're creating art, you know, a lot of times things come by accident. So I'll be taking a picture. I'm like, well, that's hot. So I'll step back, take a picture of the whole frame, see where everything is at. Then I'll actually, what I started doing now is I'll start recording where everything was at, and then I'll write it down. That way.
I've done that before.
Yeah,
that way you can already know.
So that's
Exactly.
the technical.
Yeah, that's
I
how.
look at it, that's the
and that's
technical
kind of like how
aspect.
you develop your formula, because you know if people were looking through my pictures and they're like, I want that, but I don't remember how I did it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, you know, the pictures they save.
Or they'll save
the info on the pictures on the file.
Yeah.
But you can have the info. That's just what your camera setting is on. If you don't remember where you set up the lights and how you had everything,
then it's a different thing.
yeah, then you're just kind of guessing.
Yeah.
So it's all, like I said, everything is all relative. Like,
So basically, yeah, but it's basically like after a while, you know, studying and practicing, it just becomes natural now.
Exactly.
Now it's just like it's a routine. You're getting up, and it's like it's like a routine.
It's
You're doing your thing.
and it is and it isn't, because every time I thought I had it down,
Yeah.
I always
somebody.
I always get thrown curveballs, or like you think, all right, I know exactly how this is gonna look, but then you know, everybody's like just us. We all come in different shades and colors.
Exactly.
It's not gonna look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so, but for the most part though, you can develop like a set routine. Like
Yeah.
if you see most big time photographers, they usually have like their go-to lightings and moves.
yeah.
The same thing with
Well, I was
producers.
going to say, at least like for different celebrities, I can tell that they only work with one or two photographers because of the lighting, because of the frame. And I'm like, because they don't, you know, they part of a team. But I'm like, wow, they go everywhere with them, because all of their pictures are
Kinda similar.
similar.
Yeah.
And you know when something changes, because you can see it on their page or you can see it on the picture. And I'm like, oh, they got a new photographer this week.
See, now that's the good thing. And like when you were saying, like you don't want to knock anybody or artist as artist. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I think anytime, like when even a lot of people are motivated by the money, and it's no knocking that. But,
Naturally.
but if you got some type of passion and desire to really be good at it, then practice it. Like everything, you know, practice. You know, and then you start to have fun with it.
No, I agree. If
You
it was
know
about
what
the
I'm
money,
saying?
I would have stopped a long time ago.
Because
Believe
the
me.
money ain't gonna be, you know,
'cause-
the money's not always gonna be the way you want it to be.
Because a lot of times the money is usually in the stuff that you don't want to shoot.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, what is?
like a lot of the money is in like
I was about to be like nudity.
no, not really. It's funny. I did that. I started, you know, it's funny. I got into it by accident. When I started shooting fashion, one of the fashion models, she like took off her top and was posing, just put her hair over. She was like, so I was like, I was new. I was like,
Was that your first time?
Yes, I was like,
Okay.
I was like, what are you doing? I was like, she was like,
Put
oh
your
no.
shirt on.
She was like, it's fashion. And this is when I just started shooting fashion, and I didn't really know. So I started looking, and I started seeing how normal
Yeah.
it is. But it's all in like taste.
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
in good taste. But because a lot of the fashion industry, they follow kind of European standards.
Yeah.
And you know, over there, nudity is not
It's
such a
it's
big
regular.
thing.
Yeah, it's a regular thing.
Yeah, because they have nudity in like
On
you know in,
TV and
in a
all that.
newspaper.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like over here we're a little more prude. So you know, but to me, it's all in good taste. Obviously, you know, you if you go on IG, you know, you have some people that push it a little too far.
Yeah.
Take it a little too extreme. But when I do that, I take my cues from like high end stuff or whatever the highest level of that is.
Yeah.
If I do decide to do that. But for the most part, the stuff that gets you paid, fashion, I use my fashion work. It helps me get
To
like
the
big
other,
name
it
clients and
helps
big
you
name
get to
clients.
the other.
Yeah, like what a lot of my friends in the fashion industry, they use their fashion work to help. It helps them book celebrity clients because fashion, if you can do fashion well, it helps you. It helps you book celebrity clients easy because they all want to look like the fashion models.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's like the highest form of, to me, of art as far as like, you know, with just as far as artistically to me, as far as with clothes, and just to me as far as showing off my work.
Yeah.
You know, because it takes a lot to. That's why, you know, you don't really see in this industry. You don't see a lot of young black fashion photographers because, number one, the industry, you know, is notoriously racist.
Yeah, that circle. It got that
Everybody says
circle.
a
They're not
doggy
letting
dog
nobody
out
in.
Yeah, and it's very tough just to put on a fashion shoot. If you think about it, you know, you have to have hair, makeup, clothes. You have to have a theme, a concept.
Do they come already set to go with their team, or is that something that you can also provide for them?
Usually, they usually want fashion photographers that kind of have your team already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Impact, so they kind of already want you to have your hair, makeup, some type of wardrobe.
Okay, well, I'm saying for you, like, somebody came and said, hey, I want this shoot, I'm trying to create a fashion, I want a spread or something, can you help me out? Would you say come with your team, or do you know people who will provide assistance for somebody who's just beginning?
Yeah.
I would tell them I have people for you, but it's going to cost X, Y, and Z. Or if they, you know, if they have people, or if they have like resources, you know, I would let them know. You know, I would kind of guide them to kind of help them and let them know what it's going to take to get the images that they want to achieve. Because it's like it takes a lot, and then when it takes, and I always say the hardest part of the shoot is showing up.
Yeah.
It's just
really?
Yeah, it's just getting everybody there.
Scheduling, man. That's scheduling.
If it's more than a team, I guess a team. I'm about to say because I show up to everything.
Nah,
so
scheduling is always the biggest thing.
Like if you have you looked at like behind the scenes on like fashion shoots?
Yes.
You see how many people is there?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Like it on any time it could be up to like 15, 16 people.
Yeah.
And like just besides the people, the core people, you have they have assistants.
Yeah.
Then you know it's a lot, and then you want to do all of that, and then you don't get what you want.
Exactly.
It takes a lot, and then fashion, you know, and then you know, like for instance, like most of my shoots, I'm shooting for agencies. So you do that, you give the pictures to you don't want to do that, and then the pictures come back to the agencies, and they're like, I don't like it. Yeah, and it takes so much, you know, just money.
It takes steam out of you too. Takes that momentum out of you.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot. It's hard work. That's why you don't really see a lot of, my opinion, you don't see a lot of, you know, young black photographers going into fashion. It's easier. It's actually easier to shoot glamour or beauty because it takes less.
It takes less work.
Yeah, it takes, and it's just less resources because all you need is a pretty girl
and
a bathing suit.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah,
and you're ready to go. But you know what's funny though? Like I like what you said, like, you know, like that circle is kind of like racist. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
I believe
the reason why, and it's
it's actually not kind of, it is. It is.
The reason why I like that is because.
Or like what he said.
The reason why I like that is because I believe some things have to be exclusive. You feel what I'm saying? Everything can't be open and available to everybody. And if they have a circle that's doing their thing, we create our own circle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm about to be like, we could be exclusive.
No. But the thing is that, like, remember when I was saying I have a big problem with I don't want to say it the wrong way.
No, hit it, bravo.
But I have a lot of problems with like white media, and it's not all white people, but just white media representing hip hop culture when it comes to like magazines, interviews, red carpets, things like that. I have a problem because they always are going to spin it into their way. You know what I'm saying? And now you have people, you know what I'm saying, in the culture, or even when it comes to journalists, you have people now complaining about it, like they don't get the shot because of the white media is there representing it. So it's like, okay, if you already know that, then we create our own network. We start to work within ourselves, you know, and then we get that shot. You come in you invite 10 black media groups or journalists to come and represent a red carpet. This way is strength in numbers now. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I kind of understand what you're guarantee. Are you referencing the thing with Halle Berry where she stopped?
No, that was the big. That was good because it was a big thing now because that was the movie coming out.
Put it on Front Street.
It was exactly that put it out on Front Street. But I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it for a minute, and it's like nobody says nothing. But then when something on that scale takes place, now it's like, oh, we need to. But it's been there. You know what I'm saying? Now you wait till it gets to that point. Now you want to do something,
Michael.
Well, I feel like I've actually watched videos on YouTube with red carpets, and I actually see that a lot. I just think you can't stop. You have to keep fighting because we're predominantly outnumbered. So with anything, with any stride, somebody has to break through. Somebody, and I just think I'm glad that that's actually getting some attention because you need a spark that could spark something that could spark the brain in somebody else to make change because change has to start from somewhere.
I feel like I was watching this post that Diddy put up. Diddy put up a post saying,
I love Diddy's post.
He had one of his like no makeup in the whole screen is his whole face. And you get to see his whole features.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He has one of those. Look like he just woke up. And he's just in your face, like, you know what I'm saying. So, and one of his was like, "I'm not doing enough." That was the theme. I'm not doing enough. We're not doing enough. We need to do more. And you like when you say what you say, right, Brav? What I learned from this show is that there were black photographers. They were black and still are. I'm not even say were. And they are black journalists. And there are black magazines, right? But you want, and I'm not saying you, but it's kind of like what you're saying. You want white media to put black media in their forums running it?
No.
So because that's what happened at the Hallett situation, right? So that perception is crazy. If you as a black community are fighting for those forums to put you on Front Street, that's craziness, bravo.
That's
you
why
got to create. So whatever happens there, that's what you get.
Yeah,
for wanting to be, black media Front Street.
But see, that's why I said when we prior to the prior conversation before you came in, he was saying it like in the fashion world, it's racist. They have a circle, and I said it's good because we need to create our own circle. That's the only way you're going to do it.
We got to start challenging the word racist, right, Michael? Yeah. That's their if it's their scene, right? Is it racist?
No, it's their circle.
Well, all right. I'll just use this for example. Like, the recent Beyonce editorial for Vogue. That was the first black photographer. He's a young dude too. For that shot for Vogue, I think he was the first black photographer for Vogue in like 125 years.
Yeah,
wow. I think of his existence.
Wow.
So that should, and if you think about all the black photographers that came before him, and he's. And I applaud him. Like, I give him his props. And he's probably like in his early 20s. So just think about all the other black photographers who've been working.
And he just shoots out of nowhere. Pow, takes it.
Yeah, but a lot of times that's how it is. That's how
how do you do that? How do you think that happened?
I don't know the exact story because I don't want to misquote. I've heard that she picked him, but then that's what I heard.
It was her team, and because Beyonce kind of has that voice and where she is right now in the industry and the culture, she kind of put it up front, like, this is who I'm working with to get me as a package, and if you want me to be on the front cover, this is going to be my team, and without my team, you're not. That there's no more to it.
Exactly.
So that's what I think the answer should be.
A lot of times that's what it takes. Because I heard she had a meeting too with another company. She walked out because there wasn't enough people that looked like her.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. So it wasn't his talent. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it wasn't his talent that was at the top of the industry. And he made it as the black, in the 125 years. There was somebody saying, he
speaking on his behalf.
I'm pretty sure that she dealt with more talented photographers that are probably a little bit more seasoned, but they didn't get the nod.
I'm happy that she did do it because that one gesture right there, you know, could give somebody else hope. And even I'm not just saying like just to make it, you know, to shoot for Vogue, but just to feel like that there's no limitations with anything. And
but no, but like, do we, Michael? Just for debating, right?
No, I'm here.
Michael, do we feel like
this is Ari, by the way, our other host.
How you doing?
Fashion.
Michael? Hey,
Fashion.
We're here, Michael. Is it that we have limitations because we don't get the nod in that forum?
I feel like subconsciously, I feel like subconsciously, and a lot of us won't admit it, we do want a certain level,
and that's the problem.
No,
Michael, that's the problem.
But no,
right? Subconsciously, we want the Grammy. Subconsciously,
Of course, I want the
we want the
Grammy.
Oscar.
if we didn't, we wouldn't show up.
There you go. You're right.
And
That's the problem.
That we want the Grammy, or
Yeah,
that we
want the Grammy,
But we don't admit.
when we should really have a Bobby.
no.
We should have a Pookie.
No, I do
Right?
not want
It should be a Pookie
Create our
award. That's the problem. Because if subconsciously, which is deeper
than the conscious.
than the conscious, if subconsciously you feel that means you're accredited,
Oh, of course. Do you think that then should be another lane
So-
for the
so-
Grammy
we're done.
equivalent?
So done.
So can I
No,
say?
they
no,
won.
no.
They already won.
So can I say something real quick? And we're gonna
We got
let
the
Mike
BET
speak.
Awards.
Are you agreeing with me now that?
no,
we need to-
I don't agree with you.
You're not agreeing with me
I
that we need to create
I
our
always
own?
agree with you to create our own, right?
Yeah.
But I don't agree with like why do we, you know, we shouldn't even worry about
What they're doing over
what
there.
they're doing over there.
But-
We
but-
shouldn't even, you know, we can attend,
Yeah.
but we can attend because we have our own.
No,
You know
but
what I mean?
but you're
we
100
attend until we have our own.
But you're 100% right. But you know, every time we talk, I'm always, you know, what I'm saying, always going in about like, why don't we do our own thing? Why aren't we doing our
Because
own
Michael
thing,
said-
creating our own?
As we
No,
quote,
but-
as we quote this on
because,
YouTube, what Michael said,
like,
subconsciously.
No, it's
Said it.
no, it
Mike
is,
is
but
real.
I like just for me, like that's like the I agree with what you said, but I feel like just for my own personal, I just feel like I want to shoot. You know, I feel like I can shoot. I want to shoot for all those. Just for me, just for my own. You know, because I just feel like my talent.
Your own
I feel like
subconscious?
no, just my own. I don't want to say ego, but I just feel like I can. You know, I feel like I can do. You know, because I support. You know, my people. You know, wholeheartedly. But you know, I feel like I can shoot. I can shoot for all of those magazines.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
and
Everybody
like I
can.
said, and it's like I said, there's there's people who look like me that that work with them and work for that, but I just feel like to me, I don't feel like there should be there should be no limits. I feel like if you want to shoot for this magazine or if you want to do this, you should just go ahead and do it. It shouldn't be how you look at anything shouldn't stop you. It should be about your talent, and just goes into what you said. Yeah, and I feel like there are people because there's no reason why in that the history of that magazine that it took for this long for something like that to happen. But
why are we worried? Like Michael, you got to get to the heart of that. Why are we worried about 125 years that they took? That's their space.
I agree. But
What would be equivalent for our space?
Equivalent
what
to
would
our
be
space
Source or-
would have been the Source,
The Vibe,
Complex,
Complex,
stuff like that. Whatever. I wouldn't say maybe Ebony, Jet,
Okay.
those type of things.
Essence.
Those
Okay,
type of things.
Essence.
No, I want
Okay.
those,
I'll say yes.
and I respect all of those magazines as well. Like
Okay.
like perfect example. I believe the recent editorial with Diddy,
Which was
with the kids.
which was flawless.
yeah,
Ugh.
I believe he picked the photographer and he made it a point to make sure that the photographer was black, because if you some of those magazines, I'm not exactly sure, but they don't. It's not always us.
Yeah, and they're subsidiaries of other.
Yeah.
Bigger
And if you think about
magazines,
and somebody, as far as saying go to what we own, it's like another question is like, what do we own?
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right?
Like, because a lot of these companies, they're owned by somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good point, right? What do we own? Well, I put it this way: we do own a lot of magazines, but it doesn't have the acclaim.
Yeah.
Right, and like Your Eye, I'm pretty sure because the eye of the the black and brown people is just so in tune.
Well, I remember the reason, and I didn't get into this, like, as far as like my reason why I picked up a camera in general, it was actually to look like my favorite rappers in Word Up and Right On. That was the whole reason why I even started photography. It wasn't actually to take pictures. It was because I wanted to look like the rappers that I used to hang up on my wall. And then I later found out that the photographer Ernie Pinnacoli, he was behind a lot of those images. He's like Native American, but he like a lot, and if you look back at a lot of those images, they're just basically clean, just on the background, but but they're so iconic.
They capture a lot. They're stills and they don't have all that technology, but they capture a lot.
What sparked my interest was actually Vibe, as far as like, because to me they were one of the first magazines that represented us that shot a lot of our artists artistically, and they had themes
Technically.
and they had technically, artistically they had themes, because if you look, you could reference a lot of like famous the Vibe covers, like with TLC, Busta Rhymes,
Death
Diddy,
Row.
they're all
Big.
like that took that's not just regular point and shoot, like that took planning. That was a theme, and I feel like a lot of magazines later on probably bit.
Yeah.
But that's what that was the point I'm trying to make, is that the black and brown is so holistically, so organically in tune with color, eyes, and that when we start shooting, you're gonna see the difference, right? You're gonna tell the difference between that's a different eye. That's a black eye. You're gonna say that's a black and brown.
But at the same time, even though I'm inspired by that, why can't I shoot? Why can't I say I want to shoot for Vogue? I want to shoot for this. Like,
you can, right? But as you admitted to, the acclaim is with Vogue, with Cosmopolitan, that's where the acclaim is, right? People don't like, I'll shoot for Vogue. That's just on my resume. I shot for Jet.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I shot for Right On. You know what I mean? Yeah. Those should be what people are, especially our people, should be acclaimed. I don't hear. It's not reverse. White media isn't like, yo, I did source.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But we feel a different way if we're like, oh, who did Diddy's, spread in essence, and he's like, oh, I just met Diddy, a few years ago, and he's like a white photographer. Would we have felt different? I wouldn't have. I would have just said it was a great spread. Move on.
You know what the problem is?
And that's true. You say it is a great spread, but to think that some of the people that were picked sometimes for that essence, that vibe, were people that were white photographers who got their acclaim in Vogue.
Yeah. Right.
So that was the acclaim. Now, oh, they're Vogue. They did this. They did that. Now let's bring them to this environment.
You know what the problem is too, and I think, and it's not knocking anybody's goals and dreams to achieve that. I think the problem is that on the road to success, we forgot the road we was traveling. So we want to make everything else big instead of making our own big. You know what I'm saying? We'll start a clothing line, like we'll have it for 5 years, and then be like, you know what? I want to go work for Ralph Lauren. And that's how people look at it. So they forget their own journey and jump on somebody else's journey.
But to be fair, right? Who's paying more?
We don't support.
No. Who's
paying more?
Who's paying?
Right.
Paying?
Yeah. So that's the difference, right?
Ralph
you
Lauren's
might get that $1 million check
that may help you with your journey
for a 6-month spread for Vogue, and that struggling essence and that struggling is checks are bouncing.
I get it.
And things and you're like,
listen, I get it. But like I said, when you make somebody else's thing so big, of course that's what's going to happen now. That's the machine now. So if during the way we kind of help, like, let's make this, like, support Revolt, make Revolt big to the point where it's like MTV Revolt, they're on the same level. That's what has to be done, because if you don't do it like that, then you're gonna keep going to the big big machine over there.
But Michael made a good point. He said in 125 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's funny, I didn't even know that, because like I said, I had no idea. I just because I know of quite a few black people that work for Vogue. I know like Andre Leon Talley, Edward Unningful. There's a few people of color that are in positions at that magazine. I never knew that not one black photographer shot. I don't see. And they said shot for the cover. I don't know if it's in general just for the magazine. Cause like I said, I don't want to
there's
say
a lot
anything.
of layers.
Yeah, because you're talking about like
To that, yeah.
you're talking about interracial, like some people was half black, half white. Like there's so many.
Or that got a
spectrum.
spread in the magazine versus
I don't.
just for
As
the
far
cover.
as
There's
just
a
from what I
difference
know,
between that.
he's the first person like
the cover.
of color who shot the cover.
Yeah.
I mean,
in
of
100
course.
in 125 years. So you know what that tells you, which is synonymous with the data. It's not true, but I don't know if it's true, but I'm gonna quote it. That it'll take like 200 years for black people
to even catch up.
To even just approach the wealth status
True.
of where some of the white wealth is. 200 years.
True.
So what that means is to approach.
Not even to be on the level.
Yeah,
To approach.
So that means
Merging.
right? That 200 years has to go flawless, right?
Well, a lot of that, as we know, a lot of that is systematic. Just as we know, after when slavery ended and the sharecropping era,
Jim
a
Crow
lot of
Okay.
yeah.
just redlining.
all
if a
that.
black person lived on your block, the property value
The economic
goes down.
disenfranchisement, gentrification. So it's going to be hard to catch it, but 125 years. That's what's the problem.
That's the
It's
problem.
not that people don't support. It's that they got 125 years
Head start.
Head
They got a head start.
So
I
people,
get it.
by the time
I get
people
it.
even think about, let's say, an essence on the same wavelength.
and also I'm just thinking, like I said, because I'm not even that old. I'm only I'm only 34. So when I started photography, photography wasn't cool to do. Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Let's be
it wasn't
real.
even.
It
It wasn't. And like I said, I started.
So
I had my.
photography is cool now.
It's cool now.
Well,
man.
now, yeah,
Cool now.
it's
Yeah,
E.
we
Yo,
talked about this.
Yo, listen, E.
Wait a
no
second.
photography.
All you got to do is say, I'm a photographer, I do this, and you get perks. You're going into events, you're doing all.
We
You're
talked
allowed
about it.
in
You
places
get a camera
now.
and
That's
you're
it.
in.
You're allowed in.
Right now,
You get a
it's
camera in
cool.
your media.
It's. I kept saying it's like the new rapper. It's
Nah.
pretty much.
Yeah, he explained. He
A
said
lot
it's
of-
like the new
A lot of guys, they do it. I'm just a lot of people that I know they do it for the wrong reasons. They do it, just to be around women, women they couldn't maybe get access to when they started. So they
That
figure,
camera. Michael, let's talk about just pause for a second. Let's talk about women and a camera.
Okay.
Michael, have you seen how women
Well, he does his
just turn-
fashion.
Michael, is this a fact? You're a photographer. Can you speak to that? How women see a lens in their face
And they ready to
and
go.
their body movements change. The whole
Of
life
course.
changes. Is this true, Michael?
Yeah, but yes,
gonna throw the
yes,
speak on it.
yes, and no. It's actually the opposite though. It actually gets for me.
Men,
They actually
it's
they
ridiculous.
actually get scared when the
that's
when the
true.
camera comes. They're actually more confident with their camera phone. But
Than the actual
Than a regular camera, which could catch them in such better lighting.
But to your point though, yeah, it is though. It but most people,
It's
are
like
vain.
a shot of hand.
With just the society we're in,
Camera.
we're just vanity driven.
Yeah.
And just the era we're in now, like I said, with this influx of digital, you can take a picture and have it posted instantly. It's instant gratification. So everybody wants to feel important. Everybody wants to be seen. Nobody wants to feel like they're not important.
Everybody want to be famous.
I think
Well,
that's
most
why
importantly-
the photographer
Oh, yeah.
is now cool.
Well, yeah, or most importantly, I would say at different events, especially concerts, I know that my friends are going to catch me doing selfies and doing this and that. But if I'm front row at a concert and I know that there's photographers, when I see them, I do present myself in a way, because you never know if you're going to get caught in that picture. They put that out on the that artist now posted on their page, and then they're like, oh, Shantae was in the front, or
Yeah,
I
the
saw this and that.
viral-
You
the
would never
viral,
want to be
yeah.
like, on the front
fame.
cover or something, and then now they, or me, shall I say, feel like, wow, okay, well, now I've represented myself, knowing, purposely knowing that a camera was on me, instead of just being like, oh, I'm natural. When
Fame.
That's fair.
Well,
It's the fame.
it's funny how you just said that. Now just think about that. Back in 05, 04, you wasn't even thinking like that. Like you could
you're
just
right.
you're just going, you
To have fun.
Yeah, you
I
weren't
was
you
going
weren't
to
thinking
enjoy the
yeah.
concert.
You weren't even thinking on even on that level. And I could break it down to you as far as
I
like
think that.
why everybody wants to be a photographer. It's actually even more simple. It's basically just just with anything with technology. You just think about it when flat screen TVs came out. the average flat screen TV was like $7,000. It was crazy. It was so unaffordable. Then like with everything, it becomes common and the price drops. It's the same thing with the camera. I watched it around 09, 010. The camera price dropped like 40%, 50%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because my first SLR camera, and I saved up. It was like $1,200, and back then that was a lot of money. This is back in like 06. Now the same camera that I bought is $70.
Yeah,
$70?
Yeah, I might say
$70.
that's
Damn.
$80.
I said that's 85. Yeah,
$80. And that's just in 06. So the price of the camera dropped dramatically. So
God damn.
you know with anything, just think with anything
now with
of
the
music,
iPhones.
Yeah, when you drop the price of any technology, it lets everybody in.
Accessible.
I'll use like a quote LL Cool J said. He said we're in an age now where they just threw the mic in the audience and said you do it. Because that's pretty much where we're at now, where because the price of just to set up a studio is so inexpensive. So of course anybody who's not that the person that's not maybe that necessarily passionate about it for $500 you can pretty much set up shop.
I call them opportunists.
Well, yeah, but like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not mad. I can't be mad.
But see, the thing is this:
is it opportunist?
Yes,
because
because
Michael, somebody's signing them.
Yeah,
but
signing. For
you know what it is?
Like the people that they're talking about, like throw the mic in the crowd, you do it. A label signed.
Yeah, but the label is signing because
is
they just want to keep a wave going of whatever the hottest thing is. Like, okay, look at. I put up a post yesterday what Drake said. Real simple. He's like, yo, you're not gonna last with just the gibber and the jabbering. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to be that great one and be that one, you got to put the work in.
Everybody
you just can't
that.
do it. You're going to do it. You're going to be here for a year. You're going to get some money. And then that's going to be that.
I hate those quotes.
Yeah.
But why? But it's so true. But you know what, though?
It's not in everybody's nature to be great.
But you know what the problem is, though?
True.
Like, who are you talking to? You're talking to a small percentage of people.
But listen to this,
But he said to put in that work. So
listen to this, though. If we keep with the attitude of like that, like just they're doing it, and then you know what? There is no history. There is no more culture now. Everything is strictly business now. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're giving a pass. You're giving a pass for people.
It's not about
it's like a kid. It's like a kid acting up in the street. It is a pass.
Bravo, listen.
It is
a
pass.
I'm gonna say this, Michael. And I see you about to jump in. I'm gonna say this. There are very good photographers out there.
There are, and there are a lot more that's not.
Yeah, but that does not, because that person didn't get the nod from a certain aspect, that doesn't take away from their talent.
But you're
like, why do you in particular stress the people that are out already that are affecting the culture? Because there are millions. There's a lot of rappers who are doing their thing, but just don't get the notoriety.
But I'm not stressing the ones right now that's out. What I'm doing is you're opening the gates now. So now it's just like it's a floodgate now. Everybody's coming and doing it. Everybody's a photographer now. Everybody's a rapper. Everybody's a DJ. Right? Everybody wants to.
All right, but there are purists.
Who's a fan? There's no
so
more
what?
fans.
So what though? But there are purists. Why you not focusing on the purists?
I am focused. I'm one of them.
So why focus on the one that, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Of course. You're not a purist.
But the thing is, though,
I don't expect you to do it right.
What do you
Michael?
Michael, go please.
All right, I'll use this analogy. Like, all right, I'll just like this cup of juice right here. This could be the best cup of juice, but if you take a gallon of sewer water and pour it in and it overfloods, that's pretty much what we have now as far as the oversaturation of everything. There's a overabundance of anything that you can think of. There's a million designers. There's a million hair. There's a million. But I always say the people I think who make it or who last, number one, if you can match your talent with the quality, with kind of understanding what the masses want to hear, because you have to sacrifice a little bit. If you want to be like, say, I'll use like Drake as an example, like what you said. Like, he's able to tote the line and kind of find that fine balance of, because like he's not like the greatest lyricist, but he's good.
To you.
He's dope.
No, he's dope to me. He's dope, but he's not like if you listen to like
I love Drake.
if you listen to like pure like he's not like he's like he doesn't use like 4 or 5 syllables in his rhymes. Like he's not like, let's say like somebody everybody say like an MF Doom or Mos Def, Talib Kweli.
Yeah, that's not his thing.
Somebody like that or like I said, my favorite rapper is Jay-Z of all time.
Not a Coogee rap.
It's
Not a,
like my my favorite rapper is Jay-Z, Big, Fab. Like people like to me like Fab to me is very underrated. Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
But but it's like but you have to find it's tough. It's just entertainment. You have to have the balance with that, with your being with the right team, being in the right place at the right time. It's very tough. It's like catching lightning in a bottle. Like if
he takes it serious.
Lightning in the bottle. I
good
love that quote.
He made a good point. He said Fab is one of his greatest, but he's underrated.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not trying to.
Notoriety.
I'm not trying to knock this point home. Right? To us, Fab is great.
Yeah.
To the purists, he's great.
Yeah.
But to we might not see him as where another person is getting all of the light. And that person who's getting all of the light is for the machine.
Well, I feel like right now also too, to me, it's tough. Like to me, I'll use Drake. Drake is to me is like a Swiss Army knife. Like he can pretty much do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like he can do almost anything you want on a song. Sing, rap, harmonize.
Dance.
He can do like he doesn't really need like
I think Drake's background is what allows him to be pervasive throughout. That's what made him the Swiss Army knife.
What?
That's what made him
his background
diverse and versatile.
What you mean by his background?
Did
his
movies,
upbringing,
did movies.
All right.
Has the I hate to say it, has the look.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like the average rap with the fitted and
racially ambiguous.
Racially ambiguous. He can toe that line. And plus, he has the acting background. You got a thespian in there.
But you know what?
It's over.
Yeah.
But he's nice.
He's nice, but you know what it is about Drake that I like about Drake. Oh. You know what I'm saying, and not just his skill wise. He pays homage to those people. That's a different thing. A lot of people don't pay homage. Like they don't know their history. They don't pay. He knows his history. He pays homage. You know what I'm saying?
Because those others aren't pure.
And then another thing.
Yeah, you're right. They're not pure.
Yeah, we know that. But see, the thing is that like when you keep okaying it, it's going to become less and less and less and less and less, and then you're just going to have a bunch of foolery running around.
Listen, you're trying to. I can't control. The watered down version of the reggae music.
Oh yeah.
Right. See, this is what there is. If you go to the true reggae, the true roots and culture, those purists ain't worried about that. Why we gotta be worried about that? The rock purists, they're not worried about the watered down versions, the Hootie and the Blowfishes and all that. They know the heavy metals, the punk rocks. They're not worried about that. The technos, listen, the technos. The ones that still be in the clubs doing it. They're not worried about that. They're not worried about EDM. They're not worried about all that other stuff that's been watered down. Right?
But unfortunately, in all those other genres, they're not disrespected except for in rap.
Oh my God!
Rap is
well. How do we know that they're not? They're not disrespecting on that national
Listen. How many of these
let
rappers?
The fools disrespect the fools.
How many of these rappers?
Let the fools disrespect the fools.
How many of these rappers are rapping now that have no idea about this rapper?
Let the fools disrespect the fools.
So, but it doesn't happen in no other entertainment. It doesn't happen.
It's funny. I always you bring up a good point. I always find that ironic too. And we're in the information age.
Could you help him? Could you just, if you could properly help him pose
technically with
the phone?
He's
give him the SLS. Can you give him? Yeah,
I see him doing.
You have $75.
Nah, you doing it. You doing his thing. Can you listen? Now you doing your thing.
Michael, you got $75 he can borrow.
I see him doing his thing.
If you could just give him the $80 thing, get that. How much is it now?
Listen, this dirt. You can get a dirt sheet now. You get a camera for a pack of gum now. I'm telling you, it's real.
You said for a pack of gum.
And that's exactly what you said before. Sometimes quality is better than quantity. For instance, right now, the quality of this video and the way I'm holding it, and the angles that I'm putting it,
No, I
compared to this guy.
Oh,
When he does this, you make your own judgment.
and it's fine. I heard somebody say if you can film a fight with a camera, you can film a movie.
Yeah,
Because it's the same thing as Steadicam.
Yeah, and holding, getting.
Yeah, because
because
when I watch a lot of these people, when you watch some of these fights online, I'm like, I'm like these people that's filming, like you're wasting your talent.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should be a.
oh, they get all the
yeah.
angles.
I'm like you're wasting your time. Like you should be a cinematographer with the angles that
Yeah.
you're getting.
And
But-
so what do you think about the way he's trying to dismantle that mic?
No, but see,
with
like I
that
say,
cord.
he has but you don't know his technique.
We don't
though.
know-
He could be doing something.
We don't know how it looks. So.
Yeah, you don't know how it's gonna look when he's finished.
Okay.
He be shooting a certain way when he edited and put it together.
See, that's Michael.
Michael.
Michael's on it, right?
Michael.
He's like,
you never know.
These guys don't see that.
The vision.
We see, you know what I mean?
The,
what
like,
we see now. That was we.
listen, a
Have
lot
you
of
ever heard of shots by Guod? You ever heard of that?
Are they on Vogue? Did they do Vogue, Michael?
I cannot.
see-
He's a photographer and he shoots, so he shots by good. So that is it.
Okay, listen, I respect it, but I would say you brought up a good point. As far as like with the music, I would say you said as far as watered down. If you think about it, like when you if you look at like the color spectrum, you ever see like I'll use Photoshop since I'm a photographer. So if you look at like when they have like the strongest version of the color and then it goes all the way down to white.
Yes.
I always say the person that could find that balance and get it all the way down to white, you reach the most people. If you could, because if you start out like say like when we was talking about, I think somebody mentioned drinking or like if you think I was thinking that. So like say like I'm not a drinker, but if you have people that are used to drinking anything like Hennessy straight. So if there's nothing to them because they're used to doing it, but the person all the way on the end of the table, they don't drink, so that might they might pass out. But if you water it down a little bit at a time, it gets easier and easier from the people. If you put people drinking levels from this end to the end, and that's kind of like reaching the masses as far as like me. And I'll use Drake, like he's able to find that line and kind of water it down just enough to kind of reach everybody. Like people like Michael Jackson, those usually are the biggest artists, and people that can find a way to water it down
balance.
just enough.
Yeah.
It's still rugged.
Yeah.
They're still using the elements, but
it's tough
for the
because-
masses.
and a lot of people aren't willing. And it's certain people could do that, but you have a lot of people like, nah, this is my craft. I'm not compromising for nobody. And they have their core group of fans, and they stay in their lane. They're happy to make a good enough living. But you have certain people, no, I want to be the biggest thing ever, and they're able to. All right, how do I reach this person in this country? How do I reach? I don't want to just stay in this demographic.
Yeah.
So that's
real. So, Rich, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
So this is Michael. This is our guest host today.
Hello.
Coming from Miami.
From Miami.
You just got off the plane today?
No, I was off the plane like Monday.
Monday?
The 20th.
Okay. All right.
20th.
I thought they
yes.
dropped her from the helicopter.
Dropped at the roof.
Landed on the roof and just said, take the elevator
No.
down.
So let me just. I'm E.
I'm Tay.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I was
That's
kind of
Rob over
lost.
there. It's all
Was walking
good.
around for an hour.
Oh wow. And that's Sal over there.
Hi.
So what we were talking about? For example, I saw when you did the promo. Do you do your own video and take?
Yeah.
Are you a photographer? Do you do photos and all?
No, I've just been doing radio for like 7 years. So,
Okay.
nobody really tells you what to do. So, you know,
Just figured it
I
out.
definitely
figured it out.
I must say that was great. I definitely looked on your page like, wow,
Yeah, that
that
was
was
nice.
amazing. And then I'm like, oh no, he didn't do that. I was like, she definitely
Oh, yeah.
like amped it up a little bit.
So you did that video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's. Do you do editing as well?
I just started like playing around with video and stuff because it's a lot of. That's also a lot. That's where the money's at.
Yeah, that's where
There's a lot of money in that.
Definitely.
Editing?
Yeah, editing. It's specifically video because somebody will hire you quicker to travel them all around the world if you know how to film and edit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And can't you just make more money off editing? Like you don't even give me the material, give me the content. and
Just think that's pretty much all YouTube is. When you
Yeah.
look at all of these vlogs and behind, people when you watch artists go on tour, it's just they cameraman and a laptop. So I always tell
that's
people.
amazing. So the debate was right, kind of like, what are we doing it for? Right, like what are you in the business for? Are you in the business for, the acclaim? Is it something that you really passionately want to do and are exercising your passion? So where are you at with yours?
Okay, so I'm a bit of a music head. I have a platform called Beyond the Beat, and it is dedicated to people behind the industry because I feel like they make the world go round. The music world.
That's
Music world.
too.
Music world go round. So it's like after constantly doing mad interviews with so many artists, independent artists, and even artists that made it, they will always say the number one question is, okay, so if you're not rapping, what would you be doing? Can I say that 85% says, oh, I would be a baller, and that's unacceptable to me because I'm like, okay, so you're doing this or that to get out when there's so many, like, you don't understand how many jobs there are in the industry. If you're looking to be cool, there's animation, there's people in animation, graphics, there's music executives, managers, A&Rs, like producers, engineers, songwriters. All these people make a substantial amount of income, and sometimes, most of the time, their careers are way longer than an artist's career. So it's just like I'm not understanding the logic, and I feel like I don't know, that's what I'm working towards. That's my like, I feel like that's my purpose in radio. So I just like to,
that's
find
great.
out more.
I think, and I know I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not speak for anybody at the table.
Thank you.
But, our people want to look good doing things. You know what I mean? So, and then they look at the things that look good doing. So I want to do that. I want to do the thing that looks good doing. And sometimes, being a publicist or being behind the scenes, that might not necessarily look as cool. So they might drive away from it. And they have the talent. You know what I'm saying? So somebody like you who will probably, do you ever like put the camera on yourself?
I'm going to answer this. No. Okay. I have asked him for a picture for the flyer, and he sends this picture with low quality lighting. I was like, and
he said,
I didn't send you the first one.
He said a picture. I'll be there. Don't worry about it. I'll just be there.
I didn't send you the first one. I was like, oh, Sal's never putting this on the flyer. Then he sends me this model picture.
High school yearbook.
I go to his page, and I'm like, oh, he has no pictures of himself.
I have like a video. I got like 1 or 2 pictures, but not probably like probably don't like when I get my stuff back together. I'm gonna do like a little shoot for my birthday or whatever like that. I'm gonna do like a little spread for myself. Because you only live once, and I always said like I don't want to be creating all these images for everybody else, and I have something to look back for myself.
He even sent me one with people in it. I said,
well,
I figured for the flyer.
But you know what's funny?
Like,
it was me with the model. So I figured, show.
You know it'd be crazy.
Michael took pictures. Michael gave you pictures of mad celeb Beyonce.
Oh
Jay.
my gosh.
The funny part of me, everybody's picture is so glamorous, and then he take a picture of himself and he just got a forehead with half our eyes. Like, yo, I thought you was a photographer. What's up?
You know why? Because it's like I used to when I first started, I used to have more pictures of myself, but then I was like, let me just put the focus more on my work, because I didn't want to have it to where it's all about me. So I was like, I really want them to get the point across, like, yo, I really do this. So I was like, all right, let me kind of fall back, because I was like that, because I told you the reason, when I initially started when I was like 15, 16, I wanted to look like the rappers, but I was like, if I'm call myself want to be serious, I can't, bring my port or show my port and there's a whole bunch of pictures of me chilling, whatever. Like every now and then, like like every now and then you'll have like, photography, you'll have like but you can't. You got to be real careful, because we're in the Instagram world now. So a lot of times people will check your IG before they check anything. And
that's the new website.
Well, I was just talking about this before. I said
that's your ID.
The cards.
Yes.
That is your ID.
Business cards.
Oh, yeah.
Do they even exist anymore? Well, they exist, but I'm like, are they effective?
There we go.
But she got hers.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let's I want Michael to talk about this.
Let's talk about
these
this
photos like she wasn't here. Talk like Zarisha wasn't here. Talk about
act
about
like she
these
wasn't
photos.
here.
What do you think about
Let's
these
evaluate
photos?
this.
Oh yeah.
Act like she wasn't here.
Sarah, act like she's not here.
act like I'm not here.
Is this good? Are these
You
good
might want to
photos?
step out the room. You might want to step out the room on this
I
one.
can't even look at it. Michael's like,
She's like, cool. It's like, oh.
He said, take the headphones off. You don't want to hear this. Can you leave her headphones?
Of course you can.
I said my hands are burning.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
He's like, it's cool.
It's cool.
He's like, roots. That's cool.
He's got
No, because like, well, I don't want to say I seen. No, I'm not gonna say no. It's cool because at the end of the day, you know, it gets the point across. You know, like she wants to, you know, is from what I see, you know, she looks happy, like she's enjoying life, living life.
Amen.
And you know, the average person, they're not looking too much into it. Like, oh my God, this is missing or this is off. It looks alright to me. Like at the end of the day, as long as I could get across or what she's doing or what she's about. Most of the time, average person, they gonna look at it for about 2 seconds. All right, what's the IG? All right, I'm gonna go there, put it, and then a lot of times people. You know how many times I've printed out like business cards like this. Nice. I had like a whole collage of pictures. I had all types of 3D prints. See my business cards on the floor.
But when are you giving them out?
He said, "I see mine on the
Do you have a conversation or do you just?"
Yeah, I've had like a little 15 seconds. I always say it shouldn't be no longer than elevator talk.
And they just throw it on the track, like throw it on the floor right after.
I was taking a picture. I was at a fashion show, and I was doing the pictures for it, and I saw it was a prominent lady in the industry. I ain't gonna say her name, but I gave them, you know, my card. She's like, "Oh, nice." I seen it in the middle of the runway. Like she like it was like literally like it was like in the middle. And I had to like hurry up and pick. It was in the middle of the runway where the models was walking. Like it looked like she just took it and just threw it, because you know.
Wait, was it a picture of you on it?
No, it was just it was
You don't got no pictures.
no, it was like a mini port, like because it was like a card similar to this, and it had like, you know, a couple of my pictures on there, and she was like, "Oh, this is nice," and then I was like, "Okay," I'm thinking, all right, at least, you know, put it in your bag, like
make you walking with it in their head.
Like at least you know, make me feel good. At least, you know, you throw it away later, but like it was like literally like in the middle of the runway, like she just like, I don't care about this.
The fashion world.
But I feel like males and females have two different approaches to giving the business card. I feel like, okay, for males now, you gotta approach other males who are interested in either radio. You gotta approach people that are into music, artists, producers, because they're the ones. Your music network are the ones that are gonna support you. Now, females, on the other hand, I can give this to a guy real quick. And he'll take it because my picture's on it, and I'm pretty,
and you're a female,
and I'm a female. He's gonna check it out. He's not gonna throw it away. So it's like, I feel like it's more of the distribution. It's more where you put it, because even with this, as a female, I can easily go to a college campus and just stick it in the car on the driver's side by the window, because that's the first thing they're gonna see. They're not gonna throw it away. You feel me? Well, not most of them, but I mean, I just feel like,
you know, women.
And I don't think women will throw away women's business cards.
yeah, because we support each other. Full feminine movement going on.
Keeping this one.
You know, so it's a win-win with y'all.
But I also think that, like, with women, when you give them a card, whether you're male, whether you're a guy or girl giving it to the female, it's about where she's gonna put it, right? Because if she has a nice pair of jeans on, she could, you know, stack it real quick. But if she has a skirt or a dress on, you know,
jeans with no pockets.
Like
she
it
not
doesn't.
it.
So it's very, like, you got to pay attention to that.
Well, I can't say though. My car was kind of big. Like it was like it was like a mini post. Yeah, it was like a mini. Yeah, it was like a mini postcard.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like it looked like a club flyer. Like
but that's sort of something I would do though. Because I'm trying to change the whole game with that.
Because I just like I was
3D lighting on it.
It had like hologram print, so I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna kill him with this." Like they really gonna see. And then she must have was like, "Yo, this whatever." But that's was
what I would do.
For the most part, though, like they usually like respectful. They'll you know, they'll put it. But now I think the era we're in, I mean, people still hand out cards, but it's usually, "Yo, what's your IG? What's this?" Like if you think about it, like we don't even text no more. Everything is DM. Like I just put a post about that. Like we went from not talking to texting, to not texting, to instant DMing. Like you don't even ask for anybody's phone number no more. If you meet somebody like me, like if I meet a girl or somebody like that, nobody asks for their number no more. It's almost like asking for like their social security.
What's your IG?
Yeah.
It's but IG is your ID now.
Yes,
like I said,
like you said, that's you have a great point. That's exactly what it is.
Tell somebody you don't have IG, you're lying.
You don't exist.
I think with IG you can really monitor them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't monitor the text. Like,
tell them if they crazy or not.
Yeah, you can know if they online.
You can tell it. You can tell if they exist. You look at their IG, you be like, "Yo, so we going there?" But like, "Nah, I'm not. I can't make it today. I'm kind of sick." Then you see them like in Hawaii.
Yeah,
so
you like, if you see that green dot,
this was last year. This was last year. Just put
That's
it.
crazy.
Throwback Thursday.
So Michael, what we What next projects you got coming up?
Right now, my focus for this summer is just pretty much just building up my fashion port and just kind of revamping some stuff. So like as I shoot, I'm gonna be swapping stuff out. So like if I get every new shoot, I'll put that and go through my port and just just upgrading it and pretty much just reaching out to just bigger clients. Okay. To try to basically get to the money.
Get bigger money.
Yeah, just try to get to the money because like I said, when I was mentioning to Ute earlier when you said as far as a lot of the pay stuff, it's stuff that is not glamorous. Like a lot of the money is in shooting like makeup, like not even an ad, just shooting the makeup product and stuff like that. So just
that's deep.
Yeah, just stuff like that, or like commercial shoots when you see these people on the side of CVS and they're just smiling, looking happy. You never know the photographer just made like 20 G's off of that one shot, off of her holding a Rite Aid bag or whatever, just walking down the street. So deep. Just my phone.
My last question: do you work specifically with agents?
No, I'm actually, that's also one of my goals too, is to, pursue, agency representation because they have a lot of connects and stuff that could get you into places. So.
I was asking that because I know there's a lot of assumptions, obviously about photographers, but a lot of people would think, oh, I work with a photographer and now I'm going to be booked for Vogue for after, and I'm like, just because you like they're not your agent, and I'm like, they're the photographer.
No, you better already like
have
to
that.
get and stuff like they pick people for that. You 9 times out of 10 you have to be signed already as a model with an agency. They're not just picking people off the street for that.
Mike, give him your IG. Give him how to DM you.
Oh, okay. Well, for the most part, all platforms is Michael Isaiah. My IG is Michael Isaiah Photo. MICHAELISIAH Photo. And all my info is on there. My email. Any way to contact me, you can reach me through there.
All right, we appreciate you. We're gonna take some photos of you, right? Do some drops. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Get out angles. Okay. And then get to our next points. Hip hop point of views. Just stick around.
Yep. Is he gonna take his own pictures?
No, we're gonna take pictures.
Tomorrow, no stress, no pain, majors I got forever and ever.
Dismissing all these bitches hitting up the phone. I'm headed to the spot just to be alone. I step in, get a table while I'm in the zone. Something like one bottle just to be social. Hitting Twitter, let my hitters know I'm chilling local. And I'm sipping while I'm sitting solo. I'm just different bass hitting while I'm listening to total. A lot of things on the floor shaking. Each one got me more patient. I see when I'm like, Lord gracious. Let's see what it's gonna take us. I told her, I wanna see you on the floor naked. She laughed. She looked at me and said, this boy crazy. Then she looked at me and said she overdated. Then I looked at her and said, I'm so persuasive. Then I grabbed her by the hand, headed to the table. It's glasses after glasses, getting more acquainted. The liquor make these women show their true colors. Brown and brown equals black when it's undercovers. It could all start with a couple licks, and they can end with you. And in between I be, it's blindfolded sex, you don't know who you fucking with. She said the party done, let's get out of here. I said the party starts when we out of here. By the end of the night we can both get right. I'm not here just to find me your wife, alright? So what it's gonna be, baby girl? Acting like you're tryna come home. Acting like it's come home. I wanna leave you, girl. I'm not really tryna roll. You ain't tryna leave. Okay, let go. Now what you gonna do? Cause I already know what you wanna do. And I can tell that you can tell that I'm wanting you. And I ain't with the game, so I'm laying in front of you. So now it's your decision. Because your decision, it will lead to more decisions. And the more decisions we have is for more positions. Both our wrists handcuffed together, fucking co-defendants. I'm trying to get you alone, girl. And ain't nobody trying to fuck your buck-tooth home, girl. So leave her by herself right there where she's supposed to be. And bring your sexy ass more close to me. Let's have a toast to me. Cause this calls for a celebration. Let's say cheer to the crib with the betters waiting. Soon as we friend up, where you gon' end up in a room that's tremendous. In the mood getting bit up. Now tell me how that sound, cause I get around like Tupac if you not down. What you mean? If you ain't with it, gotta let me know. If you ain't with it, I ain't flipping, I'll let you go. So call me a loser. I don't get mad, I just call you an Uber. I dig on your cab, and if you want me to do ya, then getting relaxed, looking thick in the passenger seat when we pulling out. Now all the stops are pulling out. I see you staring, so I dare you, mama, pull it out. By the end of the night, you can both get right. I'm not here just to find me your wife, alright? So what it's gonna be, baby girl? Acting like you're tryna come home. Girl, so get your ass in the phone, come home. I wanna leave with you, girl. If you're not really tryna roll. Tryna come home. I wanna leave with me, girl. So get your ass in the phone, come home. I wanna leave with you, girl. If you're not really tryna roll. Yeah.
practice my tone.
One of the floodgate rappers.
Right, I practice my tone. We back. Great stuff, Mike. We'll get at you. Pearl Gates, great to see you again.
Yes, sir. It's always great to see you.
We got some backup with ZJ to your right.
Hey, ZJ.
She's a Miami media personality.
Oh, wow.
Strong arm radio.
Yeah.
Welcome to New York.
She's coming to take over.
Bravo is an Insta groupie.
Pearl, have you performed in Miami? Rather than hang out.
Let me
Pretty
think.
sure you hung out.
It's been 90% hangout. I've recorded at Hit Factory and things like that in Miami, but Midnight Blue, that was big, man. But as far as performing, we got to make that happen, actually. Yeah.
Wow. I figured you'd have been over there.
You know, most of the tours I've done haven't unfortunately haven't graced the South like that. You know, so
That's interesting.
I am trying to make that happen. I got a show coming up in Orlando at a festival with Wordsworth for the summer, but got to make my way down.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. ZJ, if you could, do you mind calling me calling you ZJ? Is that okay?
Go ahead. New name, new nicknames.
There you go. ZJ, what is the hip hop point of view of Miami? Is it just don't stop? Let me see.
Don't stop. Pop that.
Give it in the right. Give it in the right. Hey, do it right.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of that.
Hip hop point of view. I feel like Miami, when it comes to hip hop, it's very flashy, very
flashy. Okay.
very music video ish, very like every you have to wear, you have to be on point in Miami. So everything is definitely, you know, a lot of trap music going on and a lot of
act up. You could get smacked up.
a lot of city girl, you know, movement going on, you know. So you know, girls, you know, that's Miami.
Okay, all right. Just checking it out. So, Pearl, the new installment, Champion Sounds.
Yes, Champion Sounds, man. It's me and Wordsworth. Produced entirely by Quincy Tones out in the UK and London. Shout to Quincy Tones. Man, it drops tomorrow, or it drops midnight actually. So I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait for people to hear the whole thing. We got a couple singles out now. The first one was Live on Air, followed by Sincerely Yours, and I think Worlds Apart is out now. So the rest is dropping tonight.
Is Champion Sounds a reggae inspired? Because it sounds like a reggae theme. Champion Sound.
Yeah, that's so funny. It's so funny that you said, because the title track. Shout out to Spuddy Roots. Spuddy Roots is on the joint. He's from Brooklyn, but he brought the reggae feel onto the record on the hook. But really, Champion Sounds, the inspiration of that is a lot of the records are things that I feel like, and Words feels like people go through on a regular basis, like you know, and it's about really persevering through the challenges, and we bring the challenges with our stories and try to prevail. And not only that, like just sonically, we feel like we bring that high level in any weight class, you know what I'm saying? So it's really a reflection of how we feel about the quality that we bring to the table as far as the music for the culture.
So is it I'm championing the regular experience from people every day, or is it that I'm trying to make you, I'm giving you a sound that can bring you to champion level?
I think it's both.
What a
political answer. Question.
Senator Pearl. It's both. It's actually both.
Yeah,
it's actually both.
It's actually both. Oh yeah, shout out to Cool G Rap. He's on the title track too, man. Oh,
wow,
man.
I saw him perform last Thursday at Salsa con Fuego.
Last Thursday from 6 to 8.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. I was here last Thursday. I don't know what you're talking about. But what was crazy about his performance was usually guys do like 2 songs. Cool G Rap did like 25 songs.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
He went to work. I said, damn.
Yeah,
he performed like he could, like he was gagged and couldn't perform for a while, and this was his first time performing. He went crazy.
Yeah.
How do you go about something like that? Like if you were booked to do 2 songs and then you are elite on that level and you have a body of work, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna perform 20.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because like I actually I did a show with him at BB King's, rest in peace, right? But we did a show there, and he was just like recently like really coming back to the stage heavy at that point. So he did have a catalog, but you saw him working through it in a way. But then I got to actually tour with Juice Crew in the UK the very next year, and man, like he's so special. Is such a talent on a microphone, and you know, inspiring guys that inspired me, like Big Pun and stuff like that, and still have that cadence, the wordplay, the breath control,
that machine gun,
man.
Spit. Yeah,
man, he's
serious.
It's a blessing to watch. You know what I mean? Let alone be around. So
quick story, right? Words and I went to school together.
Oh, word!
Yeah.
Wow.
Words. We came in at the same time. Played ball against Words a couple of times.
Dope.
Words is a download genius.
Man, he is.
And good dude, man. Good, quiet, always to himself.
Which school?
Westbury. He went to Westbury.
Yeah, he went to Westbury. He actually got honored for one of the 50 top graduates. So you know what I mean, that was pretty dope to have a friend that, you know what I'm saying, that is inspiring in that way, let alone make music with him, you know.
Yeah, Words is serious, and Words actually saved a couple of my friends from not graduating.
Wow.
By typing their papers.
Wow.
Wow.
I was about to say, wow, he got some
Words,
push.
Words is good bread, so you know, always
just,
give him my love.
Just so you know, Words, you know what I'm saying, in case you need a face.
Okay.
Ha.
Words was good, bro.
Fresh since the
O-Dub.
O-Dub.
Holla. It's O-W, you know, Westbury. So, what track you want to get to?
Well, Gates, you tell me, man, because you know.
Matter of fact, let's have ZJ pick a track. ZJ, take a look at what's going on there. What jumps out at you first?
Like a Fool.
Like a Fool.
Like a Fool.
Ooh, Like a Fool. That's an interesting record. That's a storytelling record. It's about relationships. And
I know it.
They can be.
Of course, ZJ would do the relationship one.
So
okay.
Yeah, you get into that.
So ZJ, you were a fool for someone. You were like a fool for someone.
Oh yeah, last year. Oh jeez.
I knew it was recent.
Oh jeez.
I seen it. It was recent. Pearl. This is what you're championing, right?
Yeah.
This is the champion activity, right?
Champion activity.
Yeah. I want to speak to people, right? Right next to me. I'm going to speak to you.
Sound crazy. Don't act like I sound crazy. You wild lazy. I built you from the ground, maybe. I downgraded, you downplayed it. Like you ain't take me for a fool. Ice kept you cool. Everything I bought twice, including Nikes and tools. Nights and jewels. At times was really like you drew blood, drove a knife and two. You see what fights in the middle of the night do. Wake the block up, your voice sounding like a rifle. Shots of the white Henny felt so delightful until you got drunk enough to act spiteful. Wait, who you talking to like that? Who likes that? Not me. When I text you, if you write back, it's not me. I walk into the situation, not need one last sip for what I thought was love, but this isn't it. As I reminisce, start to twitch, man, this bitch slipped. Poison in my drink, should've known you was venomous. I've been stuck on stupid, caught on you, baby. And the things you make me do, it's your fault too. Cause I've been out the looping up on you, baby.
Let's cut it real quick. Before
oh man, you gotta hear Words on this.
Oh what? Oh, let me hear Words.
It's true. You know it's true.
From work, put my keys down, honey, I'm home. Finally helping out, she made money alone. Didn't hear from her all day. Marks and bloodstains from the doorway, on the walls through the hallway. Remain calm. At first glance I seen it, I almost fainted. Maybe I got it all wrong, maybe she painted kitchen knobs in a refrigerator door with a picture that said I saw you at the store with that whore in blood instead of ink. My clothes was being bleached in the sink. I yell, honey, it's not what you think, but it was some chick from the club who now lays on my rug in blood, drugged up, strangled by the plug. In the bedroom to her head she held a revolver, sentimental, revealing I was soon to be a father. She shot me with only seconds left. I watched her kill herself and my child as I bled to death. What a fool.
So that's interesting that he would take that perspective while you went with, you know, I'm not feeling you, you know, you brought in. This dude went with Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, Fatal Attraction, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man, his perspectives, he's such a genius in so many levels in terms of his writing styles and how he effortlessly like takes you on a journey. You know what I mean? Like through his words, and the name is fitting. So
yeah, he always had a very fitting word.
Yeah,
I mean name it, but he's quiet. So I was like Wordsworth, but he's a quiet dude. He's not,
he just keeps it through the right channels.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was kind of deep. Those last couple of lines. Was that? Do you guys speak from personal stories, or just the creative mind?
It was a little bit of the creative mind, and also some stories that I've heard from different friends, you know what I'm saying, that I try to bring to life and through the music, you know what I'm saying? So
have you been a fool in a relationship, Pearl?
Oh, definitely I've been a fool, man. You know,
been a fool?
Sometimes when you're in love, you know, the all logic goes out the window, you know, your heart is leading the way. And sometimes you get caught up in some foolish.
It's tough to hear that
things.
because you know women are always saying they're the fool and stuff like that. So when a man is saying there's some foolishness that's happening, it's good to know.
Well, I think because women get sick of being the fool that we just kind of, you know.
Yeah, but it's good to hear a man going through it and persevering.
Hmm.
ZJ, you've been a fool as well?
Yeah, I've been a fool, you know. Yeah. Hey, I'm not no fool no more. Trust and believe. So.
Well, that's the point.
That's
you gotta
the champion
rise up,
in you.
know? Exactly.
But here's the question, right? The eternal question before we get to the next track. Wasn't it great being a fool for that moment? Hindsight?
Only because hindsight allows you to understand that you wouldn't be able to grow without that experience. You know what I mean? Like. There's growth in pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well said. Very well said. It's another track.
It's very true.
There's growth in pain. So what's next?
Ooh,
what's next, DJ?
That's deep.
What you got? What's next? Over here. It's DJ.
Oh,
it's not
I get
DJ.
to just choose the songs? Okay.
ZJ.
ZJ. Y'all hear that new nickname right here? All right. Since okay, no more.
No, go for it. If
we don't know. We've never heard it. It comes out at 12.
Take us on a tour of the ZJ.
Yeah. All day, man.
What's the growth pain?
First things first.
First things first. What's that about, Pearl?
First things first. Oh, that's actually one of the things you mentioned before, like just that champion sound, like literally, like music for your soundtrack to your life to rise up.
Okay,
you know
inspiring.
I mean? Yeah, inspiring.
Okay. First things first.
Yo, we gotta celebrate. Whole vibe on fleek, yeah. Still alive, that's the key, yeah. It get hot up in the streets, yeah. But we the hottest in the streets, yeah. Hard time never cease, yeah. From the belly of the beast, yeah. It get hot up in the streets, yeah. But we the hottest in the streets, yeah. And all I know, I'ma be the first thing up in the morning. Counting on my dough, I'ma be the first thing up in the morning. For sure, I'm so high, I'ma dress like I know I don't lie. White be the raincoats, black be the angels. Goddamn shorty looking right at an angle. She the type that'll do it just for me. From the bottom, always cold, never autumn, every cold. We conceal every case, always thought I might have been a better father if the feds never caught him. Nah, I probably still have been a bastard boy, but regardless, I bask in joy. I'ma do what I have to, boy.
my brother's home. My niece graduated. We just bought us another home. Police haven't raided. Own businesses and corporations. Vacations, no altercations. Beautiful wives at the altar waiting. Birthdays we learn to cherish. Years breathing. For friends and family we buried every year leaving. Motivated to make it cause a hurt seems worse. Wake up every morning to grind. First things first, you know.
And all I know, I'ma be the first thing up in the morning.
Very calculated, like we're not too much, not too little. It's very targeted. What was the idea on that?
Yeah, we just wanted to create a tight body of work in terms of not wasting the moment, you know, because like especially today, like the attention span nowadays be like 0. You know what I mean? So if we could do something that people can take in and enjoy and it not take too much of their time. At the same time, even production wise, you know, we got moments where Quincy Tones is basically like the third artist, so he'll have his moments where he gets to shine and just, you know, let the production speak for itself. So
Got you.
yeah, we try to make it something that's easy to listen to.
That's dope, man.
Visually, this reminds me of like a summer barbecue on the block,
absolutely.
walking through, shaking hands, keeping it moving, like good vibes.
I see the crew behind them screaming,
Yeah.
"We the hottest in the street."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
little
that.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's the vibe.
and we wanted to make it the last record, so when you get to the end of the album, you know, you leave with something like positive, like as far as the vibe, like
to close
you know,
out,
to close out
very,
something,
very positive.
you know, on a good note. So
That's dope. So we got 10 minutes before we get to another track. ZJ, let's go into our quick trivia. Real
Sounds
quickly.
good.
Oh, a test?
Yeah.
Yeah,
boy.
She said a test.
Yeah.
It's trivia.
ZJ, you're involved as well. All right. Guest host, don't think that, you know,
Oy.
you're cut off.
Oy.
I think she was talking about the camera was blocked. This is your camera right here. That's your camera.
okay,
right there.
gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Pearl will go with you first. Okay. All right.
No help from IG.
We got trivia, y'all.
Here we go. Pearl,
Yep.
are you a movie guy?
I am a movie guy. Sometimes it's just got to be good.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So this is hip hop point of view movie.
Okay.
Okay. If you need help from ZJ, then ZJ,
Could possibly.
you could also use him when it's your turn.
ZJ
It has to
might
be.
not know the answer.
I
No, okay, but if you're working with each other, that's fair. You
Okay.
can't have him help you and you don't help him.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. Like a fool. Don't treat him like a fool.
Yeah.
He's the hottest in the streets. All right. Here we go. All right. Comedian Chris Rock was a gangster rapper in what 1993 movie?
CB4, man. You know
Yeah.
that's
That is correct.
that is.
No need for multiple choice. Did you see
Classic.
CB4? What's great about CB4 is kind of like talk to what you talking about, Brav, how people are playing games with the culture, and that was it. He kind of 1993 he forecasted that. It was
Early.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to it. All right, we're gonna go down south. All right. This is for you, ZJ. All right. Are you familiar with who produced a lot of Outkast and stuff?
Damn.
Do you know?
I think that's a no.
No.
No? All right. Okay. Let's find out.
Let's get some help.
Okay. Dungeon Family producer Rico Wade and rap artist Future are what relation? Do you know?
Cousins?
That is correct.
Hey.
Wow.
Cousin?
Yeah. Just to let it be known.
Did you just? That was just. You just.
I
read-
knew that he came up under somebody, then he was just chilling for a bit, but I assumed, I don't know.
You see when the information
Okay.
kicks in, right? You don't even know when you're gonna
Let's
use
just
Before his career popped
let's
off,
let it be known though. Future is the little cousin. The
Okay.
little
the
cousin.
little
Yeah.
cousin.
The little
Oh,
cousin.
I don't know.
Little cuz.
Rob with some
Why
family
not?
issues. He'd like to.
He's the little cousin.
He'd like to talk about.
I don't
All right. Let's go. Back to you,
Oh gosh.
Pearl.
Man, I'm nervous.
Scared of death. On the Bone Thugs and Harmony track, The Crossroads.
Meet me at the crossroads.
So you want
Do you know?
to lonely-
Yes. Do you know that song?
Yes.
You do know that
I
song?
do know that
Can you
song.
name one of the Bone Thugs and Harmony members? Help her out. Help her out. Help her out, Pearl. Oh, good. I like that. Look at it. Look at it. Crazy Bone.
Crazy Bones.
Crazy Bones.
But that wasn't the question. All right, so
I'm gonna get.
who did Wishbone?
out.
Who did
When I get
Wishbone
home.
say he missed? Do you need multiple choice?
Yeah.
Okay. His aunt Eunice. His uncle Jimmy. Was it his grandmama, or was it Uncle Charlie?
This was a good
I
one.
feel like it was Jimmy, but I feel like it was Jimmy. I'm gonna go with Jimmy.
Going with Jimmy. Going with Jimmy. I'm gonna. Do you know the line? Should we sing the line?
I can sing the line if the music's playing.
Okay.
I can sing it off my
Okay.
head.
Okay. All right. So
He wants
sing
to
line.
do
Ready? You
karaoke.
can meet me at the crossroads. You can be lonely. Ready? You got the line? You can meet me at the crossroads. You can be lonely.
Oh, is that the remix?
That's the line. Go. You got
No,
it?
but I'm actually
No, stop. Stop.
I know
He
it.
said I miss
I know
my
it.
Uncle Charlie.
I miss
Yes,
my Uncle
Uncle
Charles and
Charlie.
Mom's. Oh my God, I miss my Uncle Charles. You don't remember that line?
Oh my
do
God.
that.
Maybe
Once you
maybe
started
he's
singing it,
saying
I was
it
like-
wrong.
I was like, I
maybe,
messed up.
Maybe his tone is a little.
Yeah, because you know, he listened to
His
the
tonality.
tones.
So,
You're like, I kind of.
It changed the whole
yo, that was
melody.
a whole melody change.
Oh my gosh.
I miss my Uncle Charles.
It's not how the song goes.
Let's go, CJ. You ready? You're doing very well, right? You guys are 3 for 3 at this point. Okay.
The pressure.
Which group released
B2K.
the LP Uptown Saturday Night?
Oof. You give her the answers I know, and then you giving me the.
Do you want multiple
questions that
choice?
she
Do you want
What's the multiple choice?
That is the plan, Pearl. That's the plan, Pearl.
Yeah.
Just switch it up.
Yeah.
Was it A, Black Star,
Okay.
B, Camp Low, C, De La Soul, or C, Diggable Planets?
Diggable Planets. De La Soul? Nope.
my God,
I don't know.
Fredo.
I was guessing at this point. I don't know.
Bro,
I actually got a record with one of them. Shout out to Geechee. You know, Camp Low.
it is
Camp Low.
Camp
Okay.
Low.
Man.
Camp Low.
Maybe she needs to hear the
Yeah,
hit
like the
single
hit-
to know who they are.
Yeah.
Puccini, you ever
A lot of these songs, like,
No, but
I
if
was
you
saying
hear
the
the
wrong
song,
lyrics. It's legit.
If you hear the song, you would know who they are.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I think so.
Yeah, right.
Okay, last one, right? Let's go with the last one. You
Jeez.
guys have been fantastic.
You gotta give her a Miami question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give her a Trick
So
Daddy
on Love and
question.
Hip Hop,
A Trick Daddy
Big
question.
Daddy.
Oh, Lord.
I was gonna give her a Miami question. That'd have been too easy.
Yeah.
right? She knows
Are
Miami.
you sure?
She's native.
Are you
She's
sure?
native. That's what I thought. You know?
what is it? Amara La Negra?
Amara La
All right.
Negra.
Love and Hip Hop?
So last one. What is New Jersey native? Fetty Wap's government name. This is for the both of you. You guys can answer this together. Is it A,
Breeder.
Clifford Joseph Harris Jr.? Is it B, Jaquan James Walfutz? Is it C, Tawheed Epps? Or is it D, Willie Maxwell II?
Jaquan.
Looks like a Jaquan.
Yeah.
But you guys were working together.
Oh,
She just-
we're working
my
together.
Pearl, I'm not going to be a fool again. I'm doing what I need to do. Do you guys want to work together on this one?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think? I'll give it
thinking
again real quick.
I think
Clifford
it's
Joseph Harris.
Jaquan?
You like Jaquan too?
Yeah.
Okay. That is incorrect.
Oh,
Hey.
It is Willie Maxwell II.
damn. That was my next choice.
Maybe.
man.
We should have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shit.
Fetty got a
I
lot
thought
of
it was
names.
Jaquan.
I thought it was
Fetty got a lot of
Say
names.
he look,
Yeah, he
well,
did.
he look like a
He got
Okay.
a gang of kids.
We got 3 minutes.
He look like a Jaquan.
Pearl, what's the single?
The single is Live on Air. It's featuring Rashid Chappelle by way of Passaic, New Jersey. Shout out to him because he's dope as hell. That's the lead single. The video's out now on YouTube. You go check it out. We actually filmed our parts in different cities. So I was like out in New Orleans. Words was in Florida, and we had Rashid in New York. So we did like an old school action
Like a
flick.
triple
You know?
Oh, that's dope.
try.
Yeah.
Trifecta. That's dope. That's the dope concept. Whose concept was that?
That was my concept, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I knew. Pearl had to give that. Okay.
I say we go off with the single, so we have time for him to promote it. And,
definitely. So, want to get the IGs before we go?
Yeah, because we only have 3 more minutes.
Okay.
So
all right. DJ, first of all, thanks for coming down.
Thank you for
Appreciate you.
All the way from Miami.
Can you do this once a month?
Yeah.
Once a month? Once every other month.
All right,
I could be here every other month.
And to be fair, ZJ was like, if y'all come to Miami,
yeah, slide through, come on the
Oh,
show.
it's don't do that. Don't invite us. It's a wrap.
We're bringing
No, not them. Not
I'm gonna let you know
please.
that.
They gonna be at the beach like, yo, we didn't know. See,
I'm gonna slide through for sure.
Yeah, we bringing Pearl like a fool.
Pearl, you gonna be in Miami anytime soon?
I was just in Miami in March, so I might go. I might go back soon. So
okay.
Stay tuned, ZJ.
And what's your IG? How they get in contact?
You can follow me at Zarisha. My name Zurisha. Google me for anything else.
Do it. And Pearl, take us out. How to get in contact and what's the last joint?
It's Pearl Gates on IG. Everywhere else is just Pearl Gates. And this next joint, last joint, live on air. Me and Wordsworth, produced by Quincy Tones. Rashid Chappelle is on the feature, and Champion Sounds is the album via Fat Beats. Go get it. It's out tomorrow.
HHPOV Hip Hop Point of View. We out.
Tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out they gold grills. Slaps you like, oh well. Killers shoot the 5 by the wholesale. Live on air, know how it wholesale.
Drove expeditions on the road to perdition. Tortured soul, convictions, fortune told and predictions. My chosen decisions will put me on the road to collision. Good versus evil, a throne or in prison. In my son's life, I'm trying to play a bigger role, but lies about me from my baby mama, he keep getting told. School around the corner, sent some money to go get some clothes. She on Instagram, posting how she spent it on her toes. A horror how it is, my worst fears, my children die before me, going broken. Got a bar for my kids, dying with prime ministers. Rhyme literature, people waiting in line for my time to sign signatures. Book deals, my mind is aligned with crime sinisters. Put the product out online and find distributors. Now where I'm at in life, parted from the parasites, paradise, parent life, 2 kids and a Latin wife. From the promenade, see Manhattan, the elite in power built the Freedom Tower after Osama bombed. With rappers, never find a bar. Too many lanes, this game is full of more characters than Comic-Con.
Aqueduct flows, tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out they gold grills. Slaps you like, oh well. Killers shoot the 5 by the wholesale. Live on air, know how it wholesale. Aqueduct flows, tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out they gold grills. Live on air, know how it wholesale. Proof is in the pudding, I'm good in an 86. Amazing when they said that I couldn't, made it exist. They're raving for the flacco, skinny spitting with crack flows. Used to pray for the day when deposits became direct. Now I'm stepping out in the bathrobe, about the black hole. On the track while tracking sales for my trap phone. He flipping like an acro. Economics, you better be talking macro. Lump sums with interest, intellect, killer pack show. Doper than Chapo. This is rap affluence added to run the chapel. God told Adam, don't you ever eat the apple. A bitten one on my phone. Bad bitches wanna come home. Touch riches from transactions I know you wouldn't condone. Could you understand the man and judge my spirit on his own? I'm trying to make the devil walk 2 million miles from home and spit the shit that make the wicked bleed from out their dome. Pone Smithsonian, roam like Pontius Pilot, I'm the pilot, fly thoughts rule my conscience. To know what type of zone he in, you gotta shun the nonsense. Resurrecting logic, I represent the prophets. Aqueduct flows, tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Slaps you like, oh well. Killers shoot the 5 by the wholesale. Live on air, know how it wholesale. Aqueduct flows, tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Live on air, know how it wholesale.